Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Haley and you're watching Between the Pages. We are about halfway through Magical Readathon, and so I just thought I would update you on how my reading's been going. So I have finished Older by Jennifer Hartman and Miracle in the Andes, which I think is sitting over there on my shelf, by Nando Parado. I just started reading Sally's Lament, not very far into it, about 75 to 100 pages. I am liking it so far. I'm liking seeing the difference of like how they've changed it with Sally discovering Christmastown and everything. So I haven't really gotten that far into it, but I am liking it so far. I am halfway through The Songbird and the Heart of Stone. I thought I would go through this a lot quicker than I am, but when I started reading this, I was just not in the mood for a dark, like, grim, like, story. I wasn't really in the mood for that, so I kind of stopped reading it. I think I'm going to read Sally's Lament and this today. So I'm hoping to either finish this one or get mostly done with it, which means I still have 4 books left to read, and we have The Dream Thief by Shanna Abe. This is actually my friend's book. She lent it to me for the purposes of Magical Readathon because I didn't have a book with a dragon on the cover or with a dragon character because I had already read Together We Burn. So yeah, that's this one. And then I have Kingdom of the Wicked. There is an audiobook for this. So I think I might end up doing that and like doing some immersion reading off and on with my other books. Then we have The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong. I really do want to get to this. I just haven't because I've been a little busy doing something else, which you'll see in a moment. And then we have Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. I have read halfway through this like a previous time. I think I took it on a road trip. But to read this one also means that I have to do a media versus source material episode. So I'm kind of leaving this one for last, and this might like get tied over into other months because I really want to take my time with this book and watch the Amazon Prime original series and do a like compare contrast source material versus media episode that I do frequently on my channel. So yeah, that's why I haven't gotten to this one. So that means I still have like 4.5 books if we're counting the fact that I'm like almost halfway through both of these. So yeah, not doing well. But that's because I've been working on something else. And I'm really excited to share it with you. I wanted to wait, but I also wanted to like get everyone's read on it. And so if you saw my community post, or if you didn't, I am making bookmarks. My mom got a sublimation printer, and so I've been sublimating bookmarks and like kind of like creating them in Canva myself. So I just thought I would go through like what I have right now, get y'all's opinions. I do have several collections planned already. So lots of pre-planning went into this project. I'm going to be selling them at JomoCon, which we got accepted to. Yay! So excited. It's my birthday weekend, so I basically get to go to a con and participate in that as a birthday present. So I'm super excited for that. That is August 2nd. So my birthday is August 1st. So it'll be on that Saturday after my birthday. So I'm so excited. It's in Joplin, Missouri. So if you live in the local area, please come see us. It's kind of like a small Comic-Con, but like without a lot of panels. I know it's a little bit different this year because they moved from the Performing Arts High School, I think is where it was last year, to the Joplin Expo Center. I'm not from Joplin. I am from Springfield, so I am really curious to see what the space looks like because I've never been there before. So yeah, I'm just going to go through my designs that I have. Let me know if y'all like any of these. I could be persuaded to add them to our website early. I was kind of going to wait until after JomoCon, but if you guys want any of these, please let me know. So these are in no particular order. I kind of just pulled out all of my designs. I have about 24 right now with a lot of other ideas on the back burner. So we'll just get into it. So first we have one from Bram Stoker's Dracula. And it says, "The world seems full of good men, even if there are monsters in it." And I thought that was very fitting with the way our world is right now. And then we have Love Was a Sacrifice at the Altar of Power from The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which is my favorite series. Well, Crowns of Nyaxia is my favorite series, but I really do like that first book. And then we have this one that I really like, and it says, There You Are, which is what Rayan says to Aurea a lot, because he likes to poke her and get reactions. So that's what the print looks like. And then we have, I tried to find like a girl with a braid, because I think Aurea wears her hair in a braid. So we have a girl with a braid, and then we have something like a gothic castle, kind of like the castle of the Nightborn. And then this at the bottom is meant to be Rayan's wings, because he has feather wings due to the fact that he's a Rishan and not, I forget the other race of vampires. It's been a while. But then we have this one. This is one of the very first ones I ever created before we even got the sublimation printer, and that is You're My Salvation, Farah, which is from A Court of Mist and Fury, recent. So I really like that one. This is my mom's favorite just because she likes the way it looks kind of girly. And it says, And Love Understand is Sharper Than Any Stake, which is from The Serpent and the Wings of Night. And you can see that it's kind of got a translucent, like lacy look to it. So my mom really likes this one. This one is a joke. I created this because I'm a twihard, so a lot of these are like based off of like memes and stuff from like the early 2000s when those were like really going around. And so this one is like one of my favorite quotes, and it's actually from a movie. I think it's from Eclipse, and it's Edward saying like, doesn't he own a shirt? So of course I put a shirtless Jacob on the front. And then my mom also likes these purely because of the color, and they are my Doctor Who bookmarks. I have 4 of them. There are 2 more that I was like, dang, I should have made those. But I'm not going to yet. Those will be part of a later release. And we have Elonzi, which is the catchphrase of the 10th Doctor. And we have Hello, Sweetie, which is what River says to 11. And then we have Fantastic, which is what the 9th Doctor says. And then we have Geronimo, which is what the 11th Doctor says. And 11's my doctor, so I just love him so much. And then we have another one from Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's from the movie, not from the book, I don't think. And it says, I have crossed oceans of time to find you, which is what Dracula says to Mina. Then we have Never Trust, Never Yield, Always Guard Your Heart, which is a quote from Vincent from The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I really like this one because of the moon and the stars and everything. And then this is one of my favorite quotes that my mom and I love to quote back and forth to each other from Harry Potter. And that's, I'm not an owl. So we do that a lot if we see owls and we're like talking about Harry Potter. So that's what Hermione says in Goblet of Fire. Then we have Wolfpack Girl, because not everybody is a Cullen fan. A lot of people are Wolfpack people. So, of course, I had to make that one. This is my favorite one purely because of the color. And it says, You are the most stunning thing I've ever seen, Aurea, which, again, is what Rayan says to her. So, I really like the colors on this one. Then I have this one, which is very topical right now. And that is, If you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. And it's from The Last of Us. And it's basically what the Fireflies say. We're not going to talk about The Last of Us. We'll talk about that at the end of the season and see if I'm okay or not. Because I have a feeling I'm not going to be okay in a couple of episodes. We're not going to go there. We're just going to ignore that for now. Then we have this one, which is also from the movie Bram Stoker's Dracula. Listen to them, the children of the night, what music they make. Which is what Dracula says to whatever Keanu Reeves' character is. I can't remember his name. I want to say it's Christopher, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Then I really like this one. Again, this one is kind of a joke. It's Jasper, because he's my favorite character. And it says, Jasper, oh, hell yes. Because that was kind of going around in the 2010s. Then we have this one that is kind of like, if you know, you know. So I'm going to kind of have to explain this one. So this is Kate and Garrett from Breaking Dawn, and we have the Volturi on the bottom. In the middle, we have revolutionary British soldiers, because when the Volturi are coming to fight the Cullens, Garrett is like bouncing up and down, like right next to Kate, saying, the redcoats are coming, the redcoats are coming. So I wanted to do this one and just call it like redcoats. So that's why it's kind of like, if you know, you know. I made it purely for myself, because a lot of these are like, I like this design and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep one for myself because I like it. Then we have another one with Garrett because I love him so much. It says, if we live through this, I'll follow you anywhere, woman, which is what he says to Kate, like if they survive the Battle of the Volturi. Then we have another one that's a joke, and I can't remember if this is like something I came up with or something that was in a meme when I was younger, and that is, an apple a day keeps the... Never mind, because an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and Carlisle's a doctor, so again, it's a joke. I think it's funny. Then we have, of course, may the odds be ever in your favor, from Hunger Games. This one, again, a lot of these are jokes because I think they're funny, and this is purely for my enjoyment anyway, and I made it for my friend because she likes Outlander. So this is based off a Tumblr post that I put on my own personal Tumblr. So Dougal is Jamie's like adoptive uncle or whatever, and he calls Claire Sassenach, which he means it like in a derogatory sense, whereas like Jamie calls Claire Sassenach in like a term of endearment. And so I have this. It says Dougal Sassenach, derogatory. Jamie Sassenach, affectionate. Kind of like those like derogatory, affectionate posts that you see all over the internet. So again, it's a joke. I think it's funny, so I made it for myself. And then we have another one from Akamath, and that is, when you spend so long trapped in darkness, you find that the darkness begins to stare back. And so that's what that looks like. So yeah, these are all of my bookmarks that I'll be selling at JomoCon. Again, if you're interested in any of these, I could be persuaded to put them on the website now. In that case, just comment and I will reply back with a link to the listing. Again, I don't think I'm going to add them to the website until after JomoCon. And I might also do like a custom order like listing if you wanted a specific one or you want something in a different color or whatever. So yeah, this is my new endeavor. I'm super excited. Again, a lot of these are for my own enjoyment because I was the one who was really wanted the sublimation printer. And if you wanted, I could also do like a little short video about like how to like sublimate, because there's a lot of people like sublimating on like tumblers and glasses and like hats and stuff like that, but I don't feel like there's a lot of videos of like sublimation onto bookmarks or like anything like a flat surface or anything like that. So if you want a video of that, I could also do that. I might just go ahead and do that anyway, just for my own enjoyment, just to show people how easy it is to sublimate, because I thought it was going to be really hard, and then I did my first one, which was a Reese bookmark, which I will not be selling. So yeah, that is my new endeavor and my Magical Readathon update. So I will see you guys in my next video.